What would I say to someone who feels that they're too busy to take the course? I would probably say wait until you've got some time, because it's not really a course that you want to take if you feel like your life is too busy. It's an incredibly intensive process and you need to devote your time to it. There are other possibilities, there are other formats, but I would suggest that if you're taking an intensive program, make sure you have the time. So I've been tutoring now for 11 years and I've trained on over 70 courses and hundreds of candidates. And I think that what's consistent is the expectations coming into the course and the reality of actually passing the course are very different. So you come in thinking one thing, and I think people don't really know what to expect when taking a CELTA course, but I think they underestimate just how life-changing it is. And my journey started with the CELTA. I took a CELTA myself and I wasn't from a teaching background. And coming into the course, I didn't really know what to expect. And it was just transformational. It changed my life, and it's changed the life of hundreds of candidates that I've worked with. So this is why I'm super passionate about the course. And yeah, it's an amazing process. Think about transformations that teachers have had on the CELTA course. One recent incident kind of stands out, and there was a guy who was training up. He was a teacher already and been teaching for many years, but he was from a very different background, a more kind of formal teaching background, and he went into the course doing what he did, and the rapport he had with the learners was kind of tough, and he was very resistant. But something happened to him on the course, and there was this kind of light bulb moment, and wow, it totally changed. And he just changed. His lessons transformed. It became far more student-centered. He was far more engaged. The rapport changed overnight. And watching him teach, I remember that particular lesson, I had tears in my eyes watching this lesson. And afterwards, he broke down in tears and we just kind of hugged. And it was like, it changed him. It changed him as a teacher from then on. And he went on to, he got a job in the centre that he took the course at. And yeah, I'm still in touch with him now. And it certainly, this was, I mean, fairly recent history, but yeah, that stands out.
Wow.
What would I tell someone who was unsure about taking the CELTA? Well, there's a few things really. I think that you've definitely got to know that it's going to take your time. So if you're taking a 1 month intensive program, you need to devote that time to the course. I'm a baby of the CELTA. I took the CELTA myself, and it transformed my life. It changed me completely. So I would always say, give it a go. If you're halfway interested, like, give it a go. It's 1 month of your time. It costs a bit of money, but what changes in your life is amazing. The other thing I'd say is, like, don't worry if you haven't got any experience. I didn't have any experience. And what I've noticed over these courses, over the years I've done, is that there's no correlation between the amount of experience that people have coming into the course and the success they have on the course. It really doesn't make any difference. And also the native, non-native thing as well. There's no correlation at all between someone coming in as a native speaker and as a non-native speaker. There's no correlation between that and the results they get. The doors that open as a result of the course, I don't know what happens in your journey, but for me, doors opened all over the place, and for candidates I've seen, doors open all over the place. Whether you choose to go through those doors or whether you decide to take what you've learned and go back to your old profession but employ some of the techniques. I've seen it. I've seen, like, even like parents going back to being parents and using some of the techniques, like checking instructions with their kids and stuff. Whatever it might be, there is going to be something that you take away from the course without a doubt, and it's probably going to be extremely life-changing. So the benefits of IH, well, yeah, I'm an IH boy. I did all my training at IH. The advantages of IH are the network, the fact that it's so strong on teacher training. This network globally is just amazing, so that when you leave IH as a graduate, you have access to the jobs network and all the rest of it. It's also the birthplace of CELTA. I mean, that's fairly important. This is where CELTA was born, before it was then passed on to Cambridge. But it's part of the ethos. IH is, and people know other IH people, so there is this network, even if it's within tutors or within candidates. But also then you have access to things like the OTI, so you've got access to the Online Teacher Training Institute and all these kind of things as well. So yeah, IH is a safe place to be.